There's one person in the room after all of that. So exciting. We'll give it a couple more minutes. See where everybody's at. Hello and good afternoon or good evening to all of you. I am Larry Soulcactus and welcome to my live stream. Mark, how are you? Gamer, hi. Noah, how are you? Yes, I know who's host. Jefferson Silva. I'm not gonna play anybody's music today except for my own. Maggie Mitchell, how are you? Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate that. Will T, give a thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up. Carrie, how are you? ZZ. You too, Sandro. Barbosa, Rio de Janeiro, welcome. Hey, Justin, how are you? Well, Larry is with 2 R's, actually. Hey, Kit, hi. I'm going to call you Kit for short. I can't pronounce all that. Anonymy? Anony? I don't know black spaces. We'll have none of that here, Justin. Thank you very much. Keep it PG-13. Don't know any of you too. Hey, Joe. Hello from Houston, Texas. Hello from Arizona. Right back at you, buddy. Hey, Herman. Pick the neck off that thing? How are you, Carrie? Oh, Blank Space by Taylor Swift. I don't know that one, but I do like Taylor Swift. We are Swifties in our household. Hello from what looks like somewhere far, far away. Ristiku 2000. You can. I don't know if I'll accept it. Sure, I can give a story about my first guitar lesson. My first guitar lesson was took place in Northfield, Illinois, which was a suburb of Chicago on the North Shore. For anybody who knows the North Shore of Chicago, it was comprised of about, I don't know, 7 or 8 little hubs, cities, not cities, but like suburbs, okay? 7 or 8 suburbs being the technical term there. And so I found out from a buddy of mine where he took guitar lessons, and it was one suburb over from where we lived. We lived in Wilmette, and Northfield was next door. So there was this mom and pop shop called GAN Music and Sound Exchange, called it GAN Music and Sound for short. And that's where we took guitar lessons. I took lessons from a guy named Jonathan Kistner. Hopefully John will not mind that I dropped his name on here. He'd be quite a bit older than me. He was a working musician at the time that I took lessons from him. Great player. He taught me, in the first lesson, he taught me open chords. My guitar is already out of tune. I hate this thing. The open major chords, and he taught me how to play Eddie and the Cruisers on the dark side, just the progression of it, the EA to DA, that little rock and roll thing there. And he taught me the names of the strings, and that was pretty much my first lesson. So it was like, I went home and practiced everything he showed me on the piece of paper he wrote it out on all night long on the rented guitar that we got for the month. They only let you rent a guitar for a month. After that, if you like taking lessons, you had to buy a guitar. They would no longer rent it to you, which was always kind of a funny thing. It's a way to peer pressure you into buying an instrument, really. But the lesson was great. Hang on. Sorry, I had to let Phoebe out of the room. Which reminds me, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Sorry about the loud door. No, I didn't learn to play any like that in the first guitar lesson, nor in the second guitar lesson, nor in the third, nor in the fourth, nor in the fifth, nor in the sixth. Took me a long time to do that. Anyways, but that's where I started taking guitar lessons for like my first couple years in junior high, when I was like 13 to 15. Then I moved out to Arizona, and then I took the rest of my private lessons out here in Scottsdale, Arizona, from another mom and pop shop. Another mom and pop shop called Milano Music, and they're still around today in Mesa, I believe. But I had an excellent teacher at Milano Music. That guy showed me everything I needed to be successful on stage and off stage in terms of just music, and how to be as a person, playing with other people, and just trying to do your thing to the best of your ability. I learned a lot from that guy. That's Coal Mile High. Oh, Jakers, did he get a hummingbird, or what Gibson acoustic did he get? Do you know the model? I'm not going to repeat that out loud. And I won't sing Michael Jackson, sorry. Oh, it's a J100 or a J1000 maybe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm out here. I didn't come on here to play songs actually today. I came out here to talk about being a working musician, because that's what I'm here to do, is talk about my experiences and answer any questions that you guys have about guitar gear, guitars, amplifiers, effects, playing in bands, playing gigs, trying to get bandmates, that kind of shit. That's the reason for these live streams, okay? So I'm going to talk about one of the bands that I worked full-time in. And this was back in the summer of 1995. After I just got done finishing university in December of 94, I moved back up to Phoenix and joined this blues band. I auditioned with them out at one of their live gigs. And it was me and like another 1 or 2 dudes, and we all got to take turns in the second set. And I thought to myself, I'm like, wow, that's some serious pressure to have your audition live out at a gig. But they were a serious band, and they needed a serious second guitar player that could come in and, you know, light it up. So I played with them. They were tight, the 3 of them. I mean, there's tight as ZZ Top tight. I was just like, wow, cool. And I played with them in the second set. I felt like it was all right, nothing special on my end, but hopefully I did enough to impress them. So after they got done playing their show or whatever, I guess they made their decision, and they came out and told me that I had gotten a gig, and I was just like, sweet. They're like, yeah, I'll answer that in a minute. But when I showed up to rehearsal, and it was like the following Monday, like I auditioned on a Saturday and rehearsal was the following Monday, and they told me, like, here's the deal. Rehearsals are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they're between like 7 and 10. And then you're going to play, we'll have Thursday nights off, and you're going to play every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was just like, whoa. I hadn't even turned, maybe I was 22 at the time. That was really heavy duty for me. I'd not played in that kind of a heavy situation before. I mean, I just got done. My own band went to shit in Tucson a few months before then. And, you know, that was kind of full-time, but not as much as this. This was like serious. This was like, the only thing I could equivalent it to is reading Clapton's autobiography and him talking about his days as a blues breaker with John Mayall, and then him going to play like a gig in one town and then an all-nighter in another town. Yeah, I did that shit with this band. We played 3 gigs inside 24 hours. We played a 9 to 1 here in Phoenix, and then the following morning we drove up to Payson, Arizona, played a blues festival at 2 o'clock, after that, our slot was from 2 to 3. Went back to the hotel, crashed out. The next gig was at 8 p.m. at a club in town in Payson after the Blues Festival, and that was packed. So that was 3 gigs inside 24 hours. That was ridiculous. That was crazy. I'd never done that in my life, and I will never do it again. The kicker of this band is these 3 guys used to ride around in one pickup truck together, so I was always alone in my car, like the odd man out to every gig. And it was a real eye-opening experience. And I used to get so wound up with adrenaline from gigs. When I would come home, it would be at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I would be up until the sun would rise until like 6 or 6:30 in the morning, and then fall asleep. Wake up at about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and do the shit all over again. That it's not an easy life. I can tell you that. If you want to talk about real working musicians, they lead a very hard fucking life. It was not all fun and games for Stevie Ray Vaughan when he started out playing shit bars in Austin, Texas. Because I played those shit bars here in Phoenix with this band. Most of the nights getting like 40 or 50 bucks for a gig. This, like I said, was back in, was it 95? I don't think I ever made $100 playing a gig with them, ever. After like 2.5 months or 3 months, like the summer, it wore thin on me. And these guys were just, they didn't want to go anywhere beyond playing shit bars. And I had way more ambition. They were older than me, like by 15 years. So I was just like, I don't want to play shit bars for the rest of my life. I want to write my own originals. I want to make records and, tour and whatever. I'm like, this is bullshit. So I just parted ways with them at a gig, and it was just like, later gators. There was no love lost there between us, because I certainly didn't see the way that they wanted to do things, and they didn't see the way that I wanted to do things. So there was a meeting of the minds that, like, okay, it's been fun for 2.5, 3 months, whatever it's been, but hasta la vista, baby. The other thing I didn't like about playing in that band was they tuned down half step all the time, which I hated. And they played 4 sets of music. There's no need to go out and play 4 sets of music anywhere, anytime, for anything. It's just not necessary. You can play 3 1-hour sets at any gig you do across America and be fine. You don't need to play 4 sets of music. That's overkill. And look, the bottom line is you're getting fucked over as it is on your pay as a musician. So don't work harder, work smarter. That's my advice to you guys. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this story of my life out on the road and playing in some shit blues band for a summer. And I'll catch you on the flip side for another one. Peace out.